No.
Great. We're still here on the AM show. It's all colorful this morning. Check out Araba. I was just complimenting her a short while ago.
Thank you.
And it's time for the news review. And guess what? CEO of Maslock, Stephen Amwa, who is Member of Parliament elect for Ishaya. So he joins us for the special review. And let me just say congratulations, first of all, for coming up.
Let me just say
Trumps.
thank you very much.
And for joining us this morning.
For giving me the opportunity.
Great. Araba?
Okay.
Yes, and Mr. Amwa also successfully defended his PhD, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
How was that? That must have been tough.
I had PhD in actuarial science.
Actuarial science.
Yeah,
Wow.
Basically, macroeconomics, finance, and mathematics.
Right.
Last year, I did a new model for Ghana.
Okay.
Will come out very soon. Financial model.
Wow. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
So math and power.
By the grace of God, the finance.
You know, we're actually talking mathematics.
I'm more finance.
You're more finance.
Yes,
right.
economics, yeah.
Okay, so let's dig into it this morning. We're going to hit the online portals and let you know what exactly is happening across Ghana and the rest of the world. So, Araba?
Okay,
Let's take a look at, I think we're starting with myjoyonline.com.
Yes, so we're starting with the headlines, and on myjoyonline.com, and the top story there is a picture of Majority Leader Osaiche Mensah Bonsu, and it says MPP is sorry, so I'm sorry too, and he's referring to the Fomena MP and how the party has apologized to the MP in the wake of his re-election.
Right.
Yes. Also, we are not there yet, but with determination and hard work, we'll make it. That's President Akufo-Addo in his Christmas message to Ghanaians. Also, MPP's review committee to summon Peter McMahon over party's election 2020 performance and gazetted results of parliamentary election to be on sale December 29. That's attributed to Assembly Press. Also, nobody has the right to ban us from protesting. That's the NDC's Peter Otukuno.
Right. So let's also do government announcing Monday, December 28th as a public holiday. I hear some of you saying, hooray! Well, it is. Then court rescinds arrest warrant for Power FM presenter. Then there's 5,966 fire outbreaks recorded in 2020 fire service reveals. Wow. Almost 6,000. Then there's police prevent group of political parties from embarking on peace walk. That's with myjoyonline.com. But I want to bring in Mr. Amwa, the Maslock CEO, and also a member of parliament elect for Nshia. So especially on, if we could just scroll a bit up there, that first story with regard to we're sorry, we're so sorry. Che Mensah Bonsu, majority leader, you'll be making your entry into parliament. How do you feel about how the Fomena MP was, treated? How do you feel about that?
My regards to our viewers this morning. I thank God for having the opportunity to go to Parliament.
Right.
With respect to Fomena's issue, I think it's quite dicey. I'm not a legal practitioner.
Right.
The reason he decided not to contest the primaries, I really don't have information. Because as a result of asymmetric information, I really don't know. But whatever went in, if he was right, then what we did was wrong. But if it was wrong, then what we did was not wrong. But it looks like we had similar cases throughout the country. So it means something might have been wrong with us. I mean, if I say us, MPP against those, some of them that were prevented or probably were not given fair treatment. But the good thing is that even God says that if you show remorse whenever you commit any antisocial behavior, you're forgiven.
Right.
And if the entire party, majority leader, or other key internal stakeholders are demonstrating that probably something might have gone wrong and that they are sorry, I think I stand by that.
Let's stay on that issue. I'd like to pick your thoughts on what you make of the 40 MPP MPs who lost their seats, many of them ministers and deputy ministers. What do you think is attributable to their defeat?
I think the Ghanaian electorate, if you are not into politics, sometimes you see things differently. Madam, it's not easy. I think we need to analyze a matrix of factors. One, it could be that in terms of their relationship with the electorate, those on the ground, probably there was a detach. It could also be that maybe the one that was contesting the NDC candidates might have been stronger. You know, sometimes when you're in opposition and you're actually planning to wrestle power from somebody who is in government, especially at the constituency level, you have more time with the people.
Right.
And the people also expect a lot when you're in power. And sometimes they even think it's MP who is supposed to do roads, and they did not. So a lot of, and even the politics, let's be very honest, the people can like you. If you don't manage your critical activity pathway in terms of the processes, the operations, somebody can also take it.
I see.
Right. I mean, even in US, what happens?
Yeah, that's true. So it's a multiplicity of
exactly.
factors.
Anything that involves labor, a system that people are in positions to do, your own people can even let you down.
I see.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's very difficult. Each of them might have had its exclusive or his exclusive or her exclusive situation. And not until we go into it one after the other, very difficult to draw inferences. Yeah. But I think on the whole, the individual's relationship with the people contribute immensely towards their loss.
Okay, so right before we move to the City Newsroom or graphiconline.com actually to check out what they are saying, what was, very briefly, Mr. Amwa, what was your trick in terms of securing your seat in Shiaso?
My trick?
Your trick? What happened?
My trick.
What's your secret?
I've been there. I've been living in Shiaso for about 40 years. Had my primary school. I went to Pukuari there. And I'm one person that those who are watching me will attest to this fact that I'm down to earth with everyone. If you are far, you think I'm a motor child. I'm animated when I speak.
Right.
I have high tone and pitch, so you might judge me wrong.
But is that what helped you reach out to the people?
No,
for them
but
to
when I'm on the
vote
ground, it's
for you?
different. My life from politics is different.
So what did you do that
I
made
do
you
a lot. I did a lot, sorry. About 10 years ago, I started community library. I sent a lot of the kids to school. I'm not, even though I'm not rich, you understand what I'm saying? Right. I sent some of them into scale acquisition, and I've been there with them. I'm on the ground with them. They really love me. I've never seen it before.
Right.
And those that they know. So I think my relationship gave me the victory. And I prayed a lot. I mean, in spite of everything, I rely on God.
Let's pray that relationship doesn't end abruptly now that you become a member of parliament. We'll go to graphic.com.gh. Araba will do some of them, and then Mr. Amwa, you also do some of the headlines as well.
All right, so I think the top story there is EC disowns social media gazetted election results. And you have a picture of the EC chairperson, Jean Mensah, there. There's also the story of the MP-elect for Senna West, saying that he's committed to reuniting constituents in Senna West. Also, tell your supporters you lost. MPP points to, I suppose, defeated legislators, MPs. And Akufo-Addo to swear second-term oath in Parliament. You know, in times past, it was done at the Independence Square. Right. But this time around, they're going to do it in Parliament. Mr. Amwa, perhaps you may want to do a few of that.
Copies of 2020 transitional handing over notes presented to Chief Justice. I'm committed to reuniting Senna West MP-elect. Uphold peace, unity at Christmas. Christian leaders admonish Ghanaians. NDC banned from further protest in Accra. That is by the police. Last-minute shopping picks up. Cohesion love must prevail at times. Professor Kofi Ajikun. Publish pink sheets to prove you won polls. MP for Menchia, North Des NDC. NDC demonstrators call for recollation of results. Tell your supporters you lost. That's MPP points to Mahama.
Oh, okay, so it's rather to Mahama, not the MPP MPs.
Okay, so let me just quickly pick your thoughts on what you feel about the demonstrations, the NDC hitting the streets in different parts of the country. Now we're being told the police is stepping in. What do you make of them? Constitutionally, they have the right to demonstrate.
Yes, they have to constitutionally. In the first place, I think MPP will do something like that before, but not like this. When we had issues with the results, we put our things together and went to the court to actually comply with the stipulate or the demand or the definition of the Constitution with regards to this. But let me say this. If NDC guys will be honest with God and Ghanaians, in Ashanti region, all the top guys of the NDC were there. Is it Betty Modusu?
Right.
If my memory serves me right, Lawyer Maleba, you can call them. We were there. They were sitting one side like this room, and they were other side. The EC in front, and all the media houses in Ashanti region were there. They went through every pink sheet. Those they had issues. They called for also pink sheet because they said they don't want to accept. They went through each of them and approved.
But it's not fixed in one region. It's across the country.
But what
there are
I'm
so
saying
many
is,
issues.
we are still including Ashanti region. Let's be very honest. I know multimedia, to me, is one of the most trusted media houses in Ghana. You did your collation. You used one of the top statisticians in Ghana, Dr. De Graft. I'm not on air to say De Graft is NDC or MPP, but you can do your checks. And you guys say we won. And your result was not in terms of standard deviation or in terms of probably its deviation from the central figure or the median figure of the EC. It wasn't anything significant.
So the point basically is, do you have issues with the NDC hitting the streets?
Oh, I think it's wrong. They have to use the court. Because if we all want to hit to the street and behave this way, what would have happened?
Good point. Point well made.
That conversation will continue. We'll end now. The calls for the NDC to go to court. They've stated why they won't go to court now. At the appropriate time, they'll go to court. But let's talk about Christmas. I mean, this Christmas is different from Christmases in the past because of COVID. How are you celebrating the Christmas?
I had threefold, tedious, very laborious task for the past weeks and months. The election, I was still the ECO, and I was preparing for my PhD. So I'm so exhausted that I will stay home.
I guess we are all exhausted.
I will stay home, yeah, because I'm very tired. Extremely coming here wasn't an easy task. I will stay home. But you know, Christmas elsewhere, even family members stay home. I don't know if probably I'm married. My wife wants us to go, but I mean, I like staying home.
Right.
I like staying home.
Do you have a favorite Christmas carol?
Song?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, the one they sing for the birth of Jesus Christ. You know?
There are so many of them.
No. Is it what? Oh my God.
What about Yamawa Fishiapa? Yamawa Fishiapa.
Well, there are the local ones as well.
That one too. That one and the other one.
Yeah.
You see, that one and the other one. I think because my voice is not so Yamawa Fishiapa, I think we do.
Right.
It's nice if you're gonna play that for Ghanaians.
Okay, so right before we wrap, what would be your message to all of Ghana? Christmas message, that is.
My Christmas message is a message I'm giving to Ghanaians from now up to the time Jesus Christ will come. I beg NDC and PP, I beg the media, I beg each and every one to make sure that they place social interest over individual interest. Okay. Corruption. It's killing all of us. It's not because of NDC and PP, whether the media, the police, not even the religion. But of course, we are the politicians. Make sure that going next year, when you drive between Medina and then Rich, and you see increasingly the barefooter case on the road, remember that any bad thing that you do to state resources will affect your generation to come in your family. That's what I can say. Okay, so I'm very passionate about that.
Araba and I are going to be backup singers for you. That carol, that local carol, it's probably one of the easiest. Yamawa Fishapo, Yamawa Fishapo.
I'm not going to use G clear for what? My voice is terrible.
That's one. So on one.
Please let me say this, I beg you.
Okay.
My mommy, I'm here from Shapa. I mean, she can't speak.
What's her name?
But she can't speak English, so I have to say.
Okay, so on 1, 2, 3. Yamawa Fishapo, Yamawa Fishapo. Afia ko to ya ye dinu pe. Yamawa Fishapo, Yamawa Fishapo. Afia to ya ye dinu pe.